Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Virgos. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we got for you this week. Guys, talk to me. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this first card going. Let's go for Virgo, please. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for my friends here? Okay, yeah, so this could be a little bit of a burdensome type of energy we're seeing right here up front. I'm not necessarily going to say this is a warning, but when I see this, it is very similar to the Ten of Wands when I see this. So we're going to have to break it down. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at the imagery. So we see this individual with another person right on their back. So there might be certain things going on that feel a little bit heavy. Maybe your emotions feel heavy. Maybe your physical body's hurting a little more than usual. I always link Ten of Wands energy to physical health and vitality. So make sure you're not burning yourself out. Make sure you're getting proper rest, relaxation, recuperation. Because this energy can be like being put through a meat grinder, so to speak. Not to sound scary or anything like that, but it's burdensome. Now, if that's not you, if you're feeling good, feeling healthy, well rested, maybe this is someone you're linked to, Spirit might want you to think, all right, maybe that person has a lot on their shoulders, but it's just a lot of weight here. It can be resolved because there's also determination in this card, though. So this isn't like a dead-end street. We're going to get into tarot. We'll see if that energy persists. I always say the first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But let's get you these first three going, then we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff flowing. So let's shuffle it up here one time for Virgo, please, my guides. What do we got for the Virgos in mid-April? So, last week's reading was pretty dang positive. It was titled An Unexpected Win. Now, the good thing about readings is like the dates and the energies could bleed through. So hopefully you got some wins coming your way if you haven't received one. But you know energy is very fluid. It's always up and down. And we've been seeing that for you in recent weeks as well, where we go from challenges and problems to very good flowing energy. So we're going to hope to keep it optimistic. Okay. And remember, we could be seeing your energy or somebody else's, right? So only take it how it hits. Let's get you three cards, Virgo. What do we got for my friends, please? Thank you. Okay, yeah. We have the card that represents you, that represents the self. So you really might want to take care of yourself. We'll keep going. I don't want to like really speak about it too much with the Hermit in position number one, because that could be a power card, but it's making me feel some things intuitively thus far. Okay, we do have some karmic energy showing up. We have Lady Justice in position number two. We're starting this reading off with two very powerful major arcana, my friends. So we'll have to talk about that. Let's get you one more. Strong archetypes here. Powerful energies this week, Virgo. Thank you. Okay, lots of fires. So we have the Ace of Wands right here on the back end, but this came sandwiched with another card. They all came out flowing together. So the Ace of Wands right here on the back end, but you also have the World as a bonus this week. So yeah, we're going to have to talk about this, Virgo, because we have an interesting dynamic of beginning, ending, karma, yin, yang. So there's a lot happening. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff flowing. So position number one, the Hermit. Like I was saying, in tarot, this represents the sign of Virgo. So when it shows up in a Virgo reading, to me, it could be extra important. This could be telling us a way you might be feeling, something that might be coming towards you. Something about yourself could be extra highlighted, whether it is your well-being, your health. It could even be confidence, okay? So we really want to see what it's about. Aside from those archetypes, when we see the Hermit, it's a double-edged sword, positive and negative. The positives of the Hermit: it's wise, it's spiritual, it's introspective, very, very intelligent energy. Challenges, it could be somebody who's literally in hermit mode, withdrawing, pulling back. It could be communication difficulties as well. Sometimes it could even represent the dark night of the soul. We're not going to go down that road unless we have to. But let's get that Hermit right here next to Lady Justice and keep pressing forward. We'll get more when we clarify. Now, in position number 2, we have Lady Justice once again. For a portion of you, this could just represent a Libra in your life. Maybe you have Libra placements. Lady Justice to me could be tons of different things. It could represent legal things, from anything minor to major, so anything with legal work. It could represent contractual obligations or signing contracts, lots of paperwork. It could be decisions, choices, weighing options, positives and negatives, a lot of decision making here. But the biggest archetype with Lady Justice to me is the karmic scales. So could this represent a dose of karma coming somebody's way, whether it's a positive piece, whether it's a karmic lesson? We just have to see when we get more detail out of it. Because it could be one of all the things I just mentioned. It could be all of them. It could be none of them. You know, it all just has to fit your story. Now, moving to the back end. Interesting, because we do have the double karmic cards showing the world, and I'll get to that at the very end. But we have this Ace of Wands. All aces are opportunities. All aces are a fresh start, a new beginning. This is of the fire element. When we see this, it's filled with motivation, gusto, get up and go. So I love when we see the Ace of Wands. Now, remember, with fire, it could be a little volatile. So depending on the clarifier, this could be very good or it could be temperamental. Pardon me. The Ace of Wands could also focus around things of the libido or sexuality. I'm going to keep it PG here. We're not going to go too in depth, but you see it's a phallic symbol, right? But I'm sure you could use your imagination and pick up what I'm putting down here with this Ace of Wands. So maybe some of you are a little more wound up than normal, possibly. But moving to the back end, we're not even going to continue to walk down that road. We have the World card. This is a card of the close of a cycle. Whereas the Fool is a beginning, the World is a conclusion. So karmic, yes. Karmic cycles, sure. I also like to link this to the world itself. So a lot of you could be extra focused on world events, situations, the world today, okay? Whether it's bothering you, whether you're enjoying it for what it is, but this could represent some sort of ending or closing that has happened. So I find it interesting that we have the ending and beginning right next to each other. There's a lot to take a look at here, Virgo. We're going to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Virgos, please. What do we got, my guys? Very nuanced this week, my friends. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Hermit card. Could be important for us here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind. All right, Hermit time. Why is the Hermit here for Virgo? Thank you. Fool card. So we're getting this interesting dynamic of beginning, ending. This could be something coming out of nowhere. And I know I said last week that we had an unexpected win. When we go from Hermit energy to the Fool, this is almost explosive type of energy. And I'm seeing it with the fire here. Now the Fool is also fire element. That's Aries energy. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. Think of rocket fuel starting somebody off on this journey. So we're finding these interesting dynamics of the dark, the light, the yin, the yang, the loss, the win. It's all showing up here. But coming out of here, you might be really ready to turn over some sort of new leaf or start some sort of new journey. Like, listen, I got to do this. I need to do this. I need to start fresh in some sort of way. Okay. There could be new opportunities coming in. You might need to take a leap of faith when we see this Fool card. But once again, I'm seeing this very jarring shift of energy from Hermit mode to just like explosive action here. So we'll see where it goes. I mean, unexpected, surprising, sure. But yeah, this could be explosive action of some sort. Okay, whether you're taking big actions out of nowhere or somebody else is, just keep your head on a swivel in regards to that. We're going to keep moving. I'm not getting a bad feeling here, but just beware that things could just be popping up out of nowhere, like more than usual, because in life that happens, right? We all deal with the unexpected and things always pop up. But this, I don't want to say it feels hectic. Let's keep moving. I don't want to overtalk this. Why is Lady Justice here? Thank you. 5 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, someone's getting what they deserve for sure with the River of Tears under Lady Justice. Maybe some of you are just connected to Libra that's going through a tough time for whatever reason. You might be having issues with a Libra for sure. But when I get the Five of Cups, River of Tears under Lady Justice, this does tell me that somebody could be paying a karmic debt or learning a karmic lesson. So just beware in this time. I've been seeing it for other earth signs in recent weeks, specifically Capricorn. The hands of karma are at play in the earth sign energy. Okay, so whether you are going through these beginning ending type of cycles, these ups and downs, the Five of Cups is pain, it's sadness. So I do feel like somebody paying some sort of karmic debt or a karmic lesson. Okay, maybe there is a Five of Cups moment, a sadness, a pain that you're holding on to that you need to learn that karmic lesson for whatever reason. We'll see as we get to that Ace of Wands how this all wraps up, but just be forewarned, like this could be a little karmic warning. They're at play. Okay, so treat others how you'd like to be treated, right? The golden rule. Let's go in on that Ace of Wands. Then we'll do our recap before the shadow card. So why is this Ace of Wands here for my friends, please? Thank you. Yeah, there it is. So the Tower in the upright underneath this Ace of Wands. So a lot of the things I was saying about sexuality and stuff like that could go double here, okay? But with the Ace of Wands and the Tower, because remember, not all towers are bad. We'll get to that on the back end. I want to get my mind out of the damn gutter. But for some of you, that might be happening more than usual in this time. You might be with your mind in the gutter. But the Ace of Wands with the Tower, the explosive energy, like we saw right here in the beginning. It's all over this reading. Now, the Tower could be shock. Something that comes out of nowhere, something that shakes the foundation. So whenever I see this, I say it's shocking energy, whether it's a shocking situation, shocking improvements, shocks in a good way. That these are the vibes we get with the Tower. It's hitting the reset button for good, bad, or indifferent. And when we see it underneath this Ace of Wands, remember I said this could be volatile. The Tower is the epitome of volatile. So we're getting this interesting yin-yang energy once again, but they're holding on to similar archetypes. Okay, because the Tower ends something next to the World, the beginning of the Ace of Wands. So let's go through and do a quick little recap here, because I feel like there's a lot of moving parts, but similarities. Throughout this whole reading, if you kindly look in the box, we've had this yin-yang thing going on. The beginning, the ending, the cycles. Position number one, we have the Hermit with the Fool card. Remember I said it felt like something coming out of nowhere. So in this time, lots of things could be popping up. And we get a reiteration of this on the back end with the Ace of Wands and the Tower. But I mean, I'm not going to say it's good or bad, but this is someone taking like explosive action, right? Like I need to do something. I need to do it now. I'm going to make this happen. That's kind of what I was picking up here. Now in the middle, we have Justice with the Five of Cups in the upright. Yeah, this could be somebody paying some sort of karmic debt or learning a karmic lesson. Maybe there's something you need to revisit to pull the lesson from possibly. But I would just say be forewarned. This could be a karmic warning that the hands could be at play. All right, so use the golden rule, treat others how you would like to be treated, because somebody could be catching a dose. Moving to the back end, we have the Ace of Wands with the Tower in the upright. I keep saying this, but because I'm feeling the energy, a lot of you could be more sexual or wound up in that realm because they're both phallic symbols. But this is just the epitome of volatile, explosive energy like we're seeing right here in the beginning. Now, could that be good? Absolutely. Remember I said a rocket fuel at the beginning of a journey. You might just want to make something happen, get it going. But the Tower is shocking in some sort of way. The beginning, the ending, it's all about this cyclical nature here. So there could be shocking situations you're going through, especially with what we're seeing with the explosive, volatile energy everywhere. So just be warned, okay? Let's leave that to the side. You can look into that more if you'd like. I'm going to get you one shadow card here, Virgo. I feel like with this spread, I could talk about it forever. I feel like there's so many more messages withheld in here. So please look into them if you want. Lots of major arcana. We have 4 in the main spread, the bonus card. Like out of the 7 cards there, 5 of them are major arcana. Powerful. I said it right in the beginning. But let's just get you one shadow card here. What's in the shadows for Virgo, please? What is in the shadows for my friends? I like to end off every reading with a shadow card, whether it's something within yourself, whether it's something you don't quite see. So we have the Page of Cups. Somebody might be wanting to have a little bit of chat with you. You might be having communication issues with the Page of Cups in the shadows. To me, this card, is usually very good. New things, new beginnings, emotional outpouring. But remember, we have to look at the shadow side of this. There could be somebody that's feeling a little bashful or intimidated by you. I was feeling that in the Capricorn reading as well. But this is something about speaking. There could be something you're holding in, not sharing, not letting somebody know something vitally important, possibly. There might be an important piece of information that you're not saying, you're not telling. When we have the Page of Cups in the shadows, now, of course, since it's a page, it could represent issues that stem from childhood situations, so take from that what you will. If you're not connected to a water sign, though, the Page of Cups tells us that communication and communicating one's feelings is extra important in this time. So yeah, Virgo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab at the end of the Fire Air readings this weekend. But for April, I'll be running it back and giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's a brand new deck and it's a lot of fun to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which ones spoke to you most. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of April, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you next time.